Hello, my Capricorn, Sagittarian Truth Seeker here, and I am here with your general reading for the month of May until June, okay? And it can actually run into June because I'm doing this mid-month here. All right, so we will talk about the cycle that you are in, which is the main thing. We have you at the cycle of self. So this is about you, the Chariot energy, representative of Cancerian energy as well. But this is you having the power to make choices. And this comes from either feeling like you didn't have or couldn't make the choice, or it wasn't in your hands. It wasn't in your reach. But now it is. Okay? Because a lot of times the Chariot cards even represents like a hospital. You know, a hospital or a place of health, a place of care, but it's kind of like getting back on your feet. So some of you could have had some health issues here and you're starting to get your energy back, but it's also just having to do of going kind of within here with that strength energy. Maybe had been somewhere in a reading, but finally being able to make the choices that you want to make. And this comes after changes. It comes after maybe leaving something behind or deciding to change some things about yourself and everything like that. So let's get into the energy that you are honing. So spiritual energy, okay, your Two of Wands type of energy. This is your motivation, your determination, your action. This is what makes you move. And we have the Two of Wands here. And you know, Two of Wands is about nothing ventured, nothing gained. So this is a point where I feel like you're at the same point here, is a direction. You're at a point where you are focused and you want to make the right choice and go in the right direction, but you haven't yet made that choice. Okay. You haven't yet jumped in the car, decided to take off, and decide where you want to go. It doesn't necessarily represent stalling. You could have many choices on the table. You could have two. But I feel like with you guys, these two choices are going to take you on two different adventures. So it depends on where you want to go with this, or what adventure you want to go on. What type of life or lifestyle you want to live. Okay, this is kind of where you see the black and the white. This is where you see the Two of Wands. I have twos and twos here, which is about, you know, duality and finding a balance. So even whatever direction you go in, it's about finding that balance within yourself, but also your outer world and outer environment, because I am seeing a lot of tens here. Tens usually incorporate a feeling of being blessed in, looks like emotionally and either financially or health-wise. Health, strength, and your environment. Looking very, very strong, very happy, very blessed, felt very welcoming here. All right, but we do have something going on when it comes to the mind here. And I feel like that's why we have not yet just taken off. Because we have not taken off. That Nine of Wands, it has to deal with something that's going on within the mind. Something that we're needing to eliminate is also almost over because it's a 9 energy. So that 10 is going to totally up, and it's going to be an end of whatever that you've been repetitively thinking about. That's just something that has to be eliminated. And once that's eliminated, you have the most positive cards in order to move forward, whatever journey that you're trying to go on, okay? Chariot also represents like the balance of the ego versus your fate. So you can have the ego versus your fate, what you want to do for now versus long term. It's just two different things, and you can get them to merge and mesh together if you really want to, or you could just decide to go into, you know, a totally different way. All right? The only thing you don't want to do with a Chariot is to turn it around. You turn it around and go back to everything that you've already been through, okay? And if you do go back, you do, you know, there's twists and turns here, but you have better control of what you've already dealt with here. But the Chariot is to be able to move forward through the obstacles because you have the willpower to do so, but you also have both riding with fate and riding with ego. So you have a balance here. All right, now, I've told you about your emotional. You have the Ten of Cups when it deals with your emotional. You may be with somebody, or your family is really good, or you're feeling connections in here. But the Ten of Cups when it deals with self, this is just everything around you feels a lot happier. It feels a lot better than it did before. Okay? Just success when it comes to emotions. So it looks like you've emotionally gotten out of a situation or gotten to something that makes you feel this way. Now I'm saying the only thing in question is the Nine of Swords, because that just means there's something old there. almost feels like there's two choices with you. And I feel like the choice could be like a 10 of Cups or a 10 of Pentacles. This could be, because I see the 2 of Wands, it could be 2 jobs, 2 different connections, 2 different relationships, 2 different places. You may be trying to change or choose work versus just ultimate happiness, money versus happiness. Is it going to equal itself up? Is it going to balance itself up? Things like that, okay? So what we have going on, we do have transformation, those changes I was talking about. We have vitality. It's beaming force that gives you energy and vigor life. So you have a lot of vitality, energy, and that shows in these 10s here. And we also have wish, okay? A wish motivates the heart desire, keeping hope and faith alive. So for some of you, instead of worrying about it, change your mindset and try to manifest something else, wish or pray, or however you connect with the divine to remove this. I've been through things like this where there were just things going on in my mind, just like you could see, it looks like a demon or something like that, that just they can't quite get away from them. You just pray it off, or you ask for it to be removed, or the thoughts to be removed. You do meditation and things like that, because that's the only block that I see here. So we have to remove that. Now let's look at your masculine and feminine energy, and this could be your energy as well as other ones going around you, okay? So we do have support. Support shows with your 10s here. Usually 10s incorporate other people like family, friends, loved ones, jobs, however. But we also have abuse here, okay? And I feel like it's mental or communication, or being worried about something, or something going on around you that you don't even know is going on, okay? And this is why you have this worry or this feeling of worry. We have confrontational. So some of you are there, some of you or somebody around you is wanting to be very vocal, confrontational about a situation here. You may be trying to cut this confrontational person out of your energy. We also have flow and sensitivity as far as energy. Now let's talk about your allies, okay? These are the people that it will be easy to get along with. This one popped out face first, okay? So we have Cancerian energy, Libra energy, and Aquarius energy. So these are people that is either easy to get along with, they're going to help you along your journey in life, they're going to do something for you, they're your supportive energy. Now when it comes to your rivals or your testers or your challengers, these are the people that are actually going to test you in some type of way. We have Sagittarius, we have other Capricorns, and we also have Geminis. So these are the people who is going to be quite rocky with this month. Or, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be love. It could be anything in your life. And, you know, sometimes I ask people what their signs are, you know, and I'll be like, okay, you're the person, you know, you're the person that is, you know, the ally or the challenger. So these are definitely your challengers. And this could have something to do with that 9 of Swords energy here. Okay, now let's see what else we have going on. Oh, first thing that pops out, we need to watch our finances. We have a decrease in financial flow. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be a small, but there's going to be a difference in the amount of income coming in. So we need to be aware of our finances. Like right now, you're in the energy of the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so in order to maintain this, so you may have like some type of expense that comes out of nowhere. Okay. There's also a thing about time management here. So if you have multiple jobs, you have kids, you have all this type of stuff, that you're going to have to really balance that out. But there's going to be some type of expense that comes in. Some of you will be changing jobs. You're deciding to go more with your heart than with money. Okay, like I'm telling you, some of you are driving and you're going to make the decision on what you feel like is best for you on a spiritual level. The Chariot is more of your spiritual idealism here. So I'm going to also clarify the financial flow. So money-wise, be careful, my Capricorns. What else are my Capricorns here? And for some of you, it's not anything big when it comes to the decrease. And others, you know, it's some type of expense that you weren't aware of. I am seeing, okay, so we may be going to school. That may be a decrease in financial flow. You may be learning some things. You may be skill building. There's a need for you to trust your intuition on something. So what we need, if we have to trust our intuition, we're going to need to cut out whatever this is here, so we'll be able to receive the information that we need to from the universe. Okay, well, I'm going to have to clarify most of you guys' stuff. Some of you are wanting to go into entrepreneurship, and that may cost you. Some of you are just changing routes because you're not 100% satisfied in whatever job situation, financial obligation that you have. So it's going to make you drop, your financial flow here. And for some of you, the decrease can just be like, $10, $20, but it's not what would be usually coming in for you guys. Okay, what else do we have for Capricorns? All right, you have a lot. So something is divine. Yep. Okay. It comes out once again. So we'll just go with that. It's the financial situations here. Okay, yeah. All right, so right here we have that 10 of Pentacles, which like right now or before we were pretty much good and content where we were financially. It was making the home move. It was making, the work-life environment, gas, all the, all your expenses and stuff in the environmental world. But if we don't be careful, we're going to go to that 5 of Pentacles energy, okay? Where we're not going to have enough. So there's something about expenses that we're really going to have to be careful with here. Some of you, there's a thing with the law. There's a thing, yeah, because I heard law, and I do have in your rival energy, I do have a King of Swords. And a King of Swords is like a judge. They deal with the outer world. They make the decisions. They make, the rational or what they feel like are fair decisions here. So be careful of that. You also have a Queen of Pentacles energy, which is, somebody who's looking at their coin. So you have to be careful of that person, that you're not getting used by them, or, you could be your own rival, guys, financially. So even though you may want to spend something, even though you may want to go to repel therapy, some of you are wanting to travel, you're wanting to go to somewhere, and it's not the time. Okay, so any extra money is not the time. Okay? Because what we have here, and this could be a suggestion, or this could be where some of you are trying to do, but we have moonlighting. And what moonlighting is like while you're working a job to create stability and security for yourself, you can also focus on personal dreams and business here. So this may be saying it may not be the right time to completely do entrepreneurship or to completely invest in some other business or opportunity, but you can prepare. You can begin. You can start to strategically plan what you want to do in this other field, okay? Because some of you are trying to change jobs and it's saying, hold on. Also, we have time management. So a lot will be going on at this time, so you need to organize your schedule, okay? And also something is going to happen in the timing that it's supposed to, and I feel like it has to do with whatever business venture, money, obligations, something new that you're trying to do. It will come in the right time, but right now it's not time, okay? So just be careful about that. Now let me see. Because a lot of times the Kings represents, like it does represent like bills and, obligations in the outer world. Okay, let's see here. I wanted to see about the finances and why it's going, decrease in financial flow. What is going on? Is it a bill? Is it a random expense? Vacations? No, guys. Okay, it's the government. Okay, some of you are wanting to travel to somebody. Could be a fire sign. A fire sign or an air sign. You're wanting to go to somebody and you're wanting to go now. And I don't even know why. But you're wanting to go to somebody like right now. And I do have that Queen of Wands popping up. So that means you're very assertive and it is something that is acting off passion. But that would be your decrease in your financial flow if you are to go on this trip or this journey, or you just spend money for somebody to come in to see you. But it may not be the right timing for that. Also, I have the card of the Emperor. The Emperor represents the government, okay? So you could have some type of financial things that's going on with the government, and you may get a letter in the mail about that. But most of all, what I'm seeing is there's something that you found a solution that's going to make you 100% happy, but it's going to cost. You're going to have to wait, okay? And of course, you don't have to listen to me, but it is saying trust your intuition. There is something that somebody has to get off their chest, whether it's you or the other person, and they're just wanting to do it now, but it looks like they're they're at a distance, and it's something that you can't just call on the phone. This is not a phone conversation. This is like the real deal, holy foe, okay? Yeah, and there's a lot of people involved. There's a message. I have the 8 of Wands, so there's definitely a message that somebody is wanting to convey to somebody else about how they feel about something. They're wanting, yep, I have the Temperance. Somebody's wanting to compromise, make an agreement, reveal something. Just gonna have to wait, or you can go ahead. I mean, you just gotta have backup money or something. All right? Or a side hustle. So that's what I'm saying for you guys. All right, thank you. Have a blessed one.